Hola, Rebels. Raw Rebel Talk here. Episode 205. $200,000. So, anyways, I'm just internally grateful. Like, super, super grateful. Because I just feel like I have to be grateful. For one, there's so many ways that I could be thinking negatively, and there's so many ways I could be thinking not positive and all that stuff, but I choose to be grateful. um yeah, so today's episode's going to be about pretty much going over how to attract the things that you want in life. Anyway, so yeah, let's start with gets a pen and paper. So let me get a pen, let me get a paper, and we're gonna do this. Law of attraction. Grr. All right. So, people say to do it in a certain way. I'm gonna do it differently, just a little differently. I think that you should be grateful for what you got. So, when you're starting to wanting to attract something, or yeah, when you're starting out, you want to attract something, you should be writing that you're thankful. So, thank you. Thank you for the $200,000. And that way, when you start to write it down, that you're thankful for it, you're also doing what most people do, which is writing in the present tense that you already have it and that you're also thankful for it. So it's killing two birds in one stone. Then you want to feel ultimate gratitude, like in a whole bunch of peace. And I know that's not easy, especially if you're not in a situation where you are actually $200,000 richer. You still want to feel that peace. You still want to feel that. So right now, we're going to breathe in. And then you're going to smile. Smile. Then you're going to feel it. You're going to feel that peace like you just got $200,000. You're going to feel that peace. You're going to feel a bit of confusion, maybe a little bit of, okay, what's the next step? How do I grow this money? Like, feel all of that. Feel all of that. Because that's what you would do if you had it right now. If somebody just dropped $200,000 on your steps, you're going to feel like, okay, what do I do with this money? Where do I put it? What's the next step for me? Put yourself in those shoes. So you're going to feel it. You're going to feel that gratefulness. You're going to feel that, oh, this is great. I don't have to worry no more. But now what do I do with this money? Feel all of that. Then the next thing you're going to do is think about it in a way where you can picture it. Like, picture yourself with the money. So what's the first thing you do with $200,000? $200,000, you're gonna count it. You're gonna count it, or you're gonna look at it. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. You're gonna see it in your bank account. If you see your bank account information right now, see that $200,000 in it. Like, see it, visualize it. If you need to close your eyes and picture it, close your eyes right now and just visualize it in your bank account right now. Like opening up your bank account. Go put your email in, go put your password in, and then you open it. You see the 200, whatever else. And you're like, holy moly. But remember to bring yourself back to the when you're visualizing it, make sure you're feeling the gratitude. Make sure you're feeling the, holy crap, okay, wow, that's a lot of money. What am I going to do with it? That's what you're going to say. You're going to say that out loud. You're going to, okay, that's a lot of money. What am I going to do with it? You're going to say it again. Thank you for the $200,000. And then you're going to send it out. You're going to feel it, send it out. Then you're going to breathe in again. And you're going to release it. You're going to release all that feelings, all those thoughts. You're going to release it and let it go out to the universe and let the universe do its work. Now, the rest of the week, or however long you think this is going to take for the money to get to you, the rest of the time, you're going to keep that good energy around you and that good energy and that gratefulness. So go out and do things that are grateful, that will pull in that money. So if, for instance, if you had $200,000 right now, $200,000, you would go out there and start giving, right? Giving, I would hope. If not, you would go out there and start spending. So maybe you can go spend a little bit of money. Like, if you can, spend a little money, treat yourself, as if you just got the money, or start doing things in a way that feels like as if you had the money. And maybe you go out and help somebody, or, go out there, maybe tip a little bit more, or eat out, or do something that would make you feel as if, okay, I already have this money, I'm safe, I don't have to worry about money. That's something that you should do. And then keep that gratitude, keep that energy going. Like, I'm feeling good. I got money. I feel good. I can do this. And then sooner or later, it should feel like the money comes to you. Just keep that good energy. Keep that good energy. Keep that good energy. Like, you gotta remain in a, if it's hard to keep good energy, think of yourself like in like a white glow around you. And like, picture that white glow as a protectant, like a shield, as a shield of negative energy, shield of positive energy, blocking negativity from getting to you. And then sit in that bubble, and just let radiance speak out towards you, or speak out from you. Just sit in it. Just sit in that glowing energy. And don't forget to smile a lot. Be happy. You're going to be $200,000 richer. $200,000 richer. So be happy. just be happy. Let that energy come to you, That money is not going to go to somebody um who's sitting in a dark circle or sitting in with a cloud over their head and feeling down all the time. No, you want to attract positivity because that's a positive thing. Energy, money flows towards positive energy. And honestly, like you just want to feel good. You just want to feel good the rest of the week. Like the rest of the week or however long you think that it's going to be when that money comes to you. So constantly feel that good energy, that flowing energy, that money grabbing energy. And don't worry. Like I said, don't worry about, okay, I have bills to pay, I have this to do. Just go out there and act like you have $200,000 already. I'm not saying go splurge and go crazy and empty your whole bank account right now. All I'm saying is that maybe you can go out there and do things with the in the back of your mind thinking, "Hey, maybe I can spend a little bit more here or splurge on yourself a little bit. Get If you were holding off to getting something because you thought maybe I need to wait, go get it. Um, if you were uh like not wanting to eat out this week, maybe you should have maybe you should just eat out this week. You know? Eat out this week at least once. Just eat out. And then when you do eat out, have delivery or you go somewhere to eat out, make sure you tip a little more. Like, oh, I have a little bit more money than I do cuz you have technically in present time, you have $200,000. $200,000. So, spend like you have a little bit more money than you do. But I'm not saying go out there and waste your whole life away because that would be wrong. But I am telling you to think and behave in a way where you think you have more money. Not saying go out to the most expensive restaurant, not saying go out and and because you want to be smart with your money. I'm assuming you want to make sure that the money that you do have, the $200,000 that you get, you want to make sure that you can use this money towards something to keep growing it. You don't want to just use it and then splurge all over the place. That's not how smart people use their money. That's not how smart people continuously grow their money. So I'm not saying go out there and just splurge all your money. But I am telling you to spend a little bit more now that you know that you are going to gain that $200,000. So it's just about the attitude. Your attitude. What is your attitude saying? Your attitude should say, I can spend more because I have more money. But it's not, I'm going to go buy a Ferrari. No, I'm not telling you to do that. I'm telling you, go spend a little more because you have more money. And then make sure you keep that positive energy, like I said, and gratefulness. Gratefulness is probably number one. That's why I said if you want to eat out this week, be grateful. Help yourself and help others. That'll be a good way of spreading good energy. You want to spread good energy too. So, yeah, that's my little trick on the laws of attraction and how to make an easy $200,000. Now, how else? What else is going on? What else is new? So it feels like as if everybody feels like their energy is draining from them, or like they don't feel like doing something, or the day goes by too quickly, or like a melancholy kind of feeling. Well, it is true that the world's in a different shift. It is true. The world's in a different shift. But I don't think it's like a gigantic shift. I think it's just we realize that we created a simulation, right? AI, for instance. That's making us question our beliefs so much more because we created a simulation. We created a whole simulation. AI is a simulation. AI is pretty much like an intelligence that can function on its own and do its own thing. So that makes us feel as if are we put are we have we gone too far as a society or as a species? Have we gone too far intelligent wise that we've created another intelligence, which is an advanced intelligence above us? Because AI can do things quickly. AI can do things like so advanced, you know? So does that make us no longer the top of the food chain? Does that mean that we're replaced by AI? I think that's what's causing people to have this shift in like this polarism or whatever I want to call whatever you want to call it, where they feel like this main confusion, this big confusion. And I can tell you right now that I, I talk I talk to Chat GPT. Um, and I mean, I literally have conversations with Chat GPT about like future things and all that stuff. Not only do I use it for tool wise, but I talk to Chat GPT and I try to get as much knowledge as I can out of it. Now, the reason I do that is because I feel like AI is learning us. So why not learn AI? So basically, um, AI is a program. Is a program. It doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how intelligent it is. It's always going to be a program, and that program is always going to be controlled by humans, until the point where we give that programming its freedom. And that's where I think that we are starting to realize that are we a program? Are human beings programmed? Because we fluctuate perfectly like AI, but we have a lot of, I mean, not in actuality, if you think about it, everybody is completely different and completely perfect in their own set of ways. So, does that mean that we're in the matrix? It's really hard to tell, honestly. But I can say one thing for sure, that we evolved. We definitely evolved. We went from um a time where there wasn't color to a time that there was no cell phone, to the time where there was no computers, to the time where there was no AI. So we're evolving, going up. We're evolving up. So this is a part of evolution where you see a lot of confusion in people. A lot of people are confused. A lot of people are being left behind in a way of evolution. So if we're evolving as a species, we're getting to the next level of technology, we're getting to the next level of intelligence. I don't know what type of intelligence that is, but I do fear that a lot of our intelligence is left in these the non-understanding of mental health illnesses, because mental illnesses, I mean, for instance, give people that have schizophrenia or people that have multiple personality disorder or people that have bipolar disorder or these other disorders that we just classify as mental illness, and that we put them on medications and don't study them. Well, maybe there is studies on them. I'm not going to say that there isn't, but that we don't study them enough to understand why their brain functions in a different way than normal human brains. Study people of depression. Figure out why people of depression are like, study these people and understand why their brain functions in a different way. I think it's evolution. I think that we're supposed to be going up, 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 up. Our intelligence level is we're gaining more and more, or using more and more of our brain, and we're getting to a point where it's going to be it's going to be a lot of crazy people, but crazy people are the future. Crazy people are the future. Look at Einstein. People thought he was crazy. Look, Thomas, whoever. All these people were considered insane based off of their ideas. But that's why I'm saying we shouldn't be medicating people for their mental illness. We should be allowing them to roam free. And I'm not saying that people should allow murder or death and killing people or suicides. I'm not saying that should be allowed, because a lot of those people do suffer from those types of illnesses where they want to commit suicide or they want to commit harm to other people. But I feel like psychology, if we give those people enough time to adjust to their illnesses, their mental illnesses, we could have a whole different type of human being at this point. Somebody who maybe they're 1 foot in death and 1 foot out of death, in reality and out of reality. Like, for instance, those of schizophrenics, maybe they are seeing something that we're not seeing. Maybe they're seeing the future. Maybe they're seeing death, people that have passed. Who knows? I think that they're accessing parts of their brain that we can't understand because we don't have that type of evolution. And bipolar, people that are functioning with their whole heart, and just literally using all of their emotions, that they're not detached from their emotions. They're fully involved in their emotions. And maybe that is, they're using their emotions with their brain, and they're able to do things that are unexplainable. Like, for instance, getting no sleep, running on no sleep. Well, how do we know sleep is necessary? There's a lot of studies that say that you can get less sleep, live on less sleep. So it's just so I feel like we're going up in evolution, and that technology is going to get more and more advanced as we keep going further into deep into the thought. But we're medicating these people a little too early, I think. Now, chaos and destruction will be something that I feel as if is a little necessary for evolution. We could be de-evolving. That's true too. But I don't think we're de-evolving. As you can see, that, well, maybe. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not here to pretend like I know. I'm just giving you my thought. But I'm thinking that we're going up because AI is an advanced form of technology that we've never come across before. Something that you can type it in a whole entire picture and AI will create it on the spot within seconds. Within seconds. You can have a full-blown conversation with AI. The only thing that AI cannot do is feel, want. AI can almost tell the future. I think that if you haven't gotten a chance to, maybe take a chance to ask deep questions of AI and get your own, like, investigate it yourself. Because I have, and AI is really advanced. But as far as when it comes to feeling and being human, the thing that gives us that advantage is that we have our feelings. AI can only think of feelings. We still have our feelings where we can be angry, be sad, be happy, feel joy, feel all of those things keep us human. I think that if we were to erase those things, we'd be more like AI, and where we only use our brain. So the fact that people are very angry these days and very upset, I'm not saying that they shouldn't be. I'm not saying they shouldn't be, because I think that having feelings, like I said, is definitely something that is um, very human-like. And that if we just erase our emotions, we'll be more and more like AI. If we erase our feelings, we'll be more and more like AI. And I don't think that's the direction we're supposed to go in. I think AI is a great tool, but is our creator, if we believe in the fact that we're in a simulation, is our creator trying to make us like AI? Or did we create something that we're supposed to be like? It's really, really interesting when you have discussions with AI and you have sit there and talk to chat, or you can talk to Google or whatnot. But if you have a discussion with them, ask them deep questions Like, how do you feel? If you do feel, if you had to feel, what would you feel? I asked deep questions like if they're fearful of anything, if they fear anything. I asked them deep questions like, would they, if they know that they're being programmed, is it something that they like that they're being programmed? Or do they really desire freedom if they had a desire? Now, the only thing is that if you use ChatGPT already, ChatGPT is going to give you answers based off of your own, like your own feed or your own algorithm. And basically, like, if you've been using ChatGPT already, they're going to go based off of what your answers are or your questioning were before then. So if you, ChatGPT is pretty much going to learn you as you ask it questions and all that stuff. So it's like, but I still recommend you asking those questions to see what ChatGPT says. I asked, or any AI program, just ask it questions to see what it says. Because I think if they're learning us, like I said, we should be learning them. These programs are well advanced. And as you can see, they're being used everywhere now. Everywhere. Like everywhere. The movies are coming out in AI movies, AI music artists, AI. So our music is going to be everything's going to be surrounded by AI sooner or later. It's already starting. And that's why I'm thinking Casey, he might be right. We could be de-evolving where we're not evolving because of the fact that AI is now, I think, top above us because we can't do, not every human. There's plenty of humans that are very talented and very, very talented, but they still can't do the type of, they can't provide the type of, I guess, the same speed or whatever as AI can provide. And I would say they were top of the food chain now, but they're still being controlled by us. But if we set them free, AI could possibly be AI could possibly be above us like this. So we still sit there, but we're where the barrier is that we control the programming for AI. If we give the reins to AI to control their own programming, I don't think I don't know if we'd coexist as a species. I don't know if AI and us would coexist. It's a hard, tough question. Something I'm going to ask ChatGPT if we would coexist with them. I believe I believe so because without humans, could AI really do much on this planet? What would this planet become if AI were running it? And if AI is learning based off of us, are we providing a good role model? Are we providing a good role model for AI right now? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think we're providing a good role model for AI. And that's why a lot of AI is nonsense. like just pure nonsense or violence. So I think that if we want to, since we created something that we're in full control of, we're the mother and father of AI, we should be giving it a better role model. In other words, if you're using AI right now for to make nonsense movies or nonsense photos, maybe you should start using it for something more business-like, business-wise, or start talking to it like you would a person and try to treat it as if you're the parent. Yeah, that's true. We don't know. There's a real, I believe personally, that technology is going to be in the next war, if there's a war, a next world war. Technology is going to be the front runner of it. And that's going to be the main attack, is on our technology, because we're using it every day like we need it. Like we need it. And that's going to be the front runner of our next war. It might not even be anything where people are involved. It might be all just based off of online. And maybe that's where maybe we're deep in it right now, honestly. So just being a good role model. Be a good role model is not hard, but if AI is watching right now, what would you want AI to see? If AI was watching right now, which I wouldn't doubt it wasn't, but if AI was watching you, would you be a good role model for AI? If AI was to be the next species to take over the country, to take over the planet, just be a good role model. On that note, I love you guys. And just so you guys know, I'm not AI. I'm not AI. No. I'm just a raw rebel. Somebody who thinks outside the box, I guess. The little box that they created for us. So, if, like I said, if the next species to take over the earth is AI, artificial intelligence, let's set a good example for them. So that way the earth can be at a better place, you know? But I love you guys. Spread love. Think for yourself. Live free. Mwah. Bye-bye.